In the coming chapters, you will be presented with many options to save money. Each will have pros and cons. You will choose which saving strategies to implement according to what interests you or what fits your particular season of life. But ultimately, the tools and resources you choose will be determined by how much time you have to devote to them. For those who have more time for things like meal planning, shopping to stock up, and couponing, your savings will stack up much more quickly. Still, even with less time, you can save money by selecting a few strategies in this book and incorporating them. For instance, as we'll describe in later detail, meal planning can save you quite a bit on your grocery budget. However, if you aren't good at planning, or if you don't have the time to make weekly meal plans, what can you do? You may choose to invest in a meal planning service to do the work for you. You can then use other saving strategies, such as stocking up or couponing, to counteract the cost incurred by subscribing to a meal planning service. You'll still be saving money. You'll just be adapting these strategies to what works best for you and your family. As you read, consider each tool presented in the book and the amount of time it will take you to implement. Everyone's different, so the savvy saving ideas you put to use will be different from those that someone else chooses. Simply choose what works best for you. This book isn't about implementing every single strategy. It's about choosing a path to savvy saving that works for you. Getting your family on board. Before you even start your savvy saving lifestyle, you must get your family on board in some capacity. You know your family best, so consider what motivates them and use that to get their help in maintaining this new way of living. Saving up for a family trip or event. Encourage one another to seek out sales and coupons or to go without wants in order to save up for a fun family vacation or event such as a Disney trip. Make your goals specific and measurable so you can see your progress. Reader Jones says, a great way to visualize your savings is to add up the amount of money from your receipts that you saved by couponing and put that money in a big glass jar on your counter. You could use Monopoly money to make it fun. Tell your family that when you get to a certain amount, you'll use the savings for a family event or purchase. Have them help decide the goal. Keeping their favorite foods stocked. Those of you with teenagers or boys, for that matter, know how hard it is to keep food stocked when it's going out faster than you can get it on the shelf. Why not use inventory lists, which are in Chapter 3, and encourage your husband and teenagers to cross off items they've eaten? This way you can always keep their favorite foods on hand. Reader Latasha says, my husband was not on board the first year. He thought it was a waste of time and didn't see the true savings. So in January of the second year, I challenged him to match dollar for dollar all my coupon savings. I would save my receipts, and in December, he would write me a check for that amount. December came, and let's just say he was convinced when he ended up writing a check for over $1,200. Teach your children about money. In addition to saving money yourself, you can teach your children the value of money at an early age. Getting the whole family involved on grocery trips is not only fun, if you have the trip well planned, but it's a great way to instill your values in a very practical way. The best way to learn is by experience, and what better experience than to give your children some ownership and responsibilities with a family grocery budget. Not only are you teaching them how to save money, but you are helping them with lifelong skills like math, decision-making, and problem-solving. Reader Emily says, my kids are 10 and 7, and when we go to the store, they each get a stack of coupons that they are in charge of. They find the item, load it in the cart, and figure out how much the item will cost after sales, store coupons, and manufacturer coupons. One thing they like is when we have a coupon for an item that they really want, we can sometimes get it because it will be so cheap. What you will learn in this book. In coming chapters, I will help you get started by focusing on the things you need to do to save. I will give you saving savvy tips about stocking up, making room for the items you will purchase cheaply, using your freezer, how to preserve meats and produce properly, meal planning, easy steps to plan your weekly dishes, using coupons, tips for using coupons with sale items to get deeper savings, planning your grocery trip, learning to plan before you shop, going to the grocery store, shopping wisely to maximize your savings, and living generously, using the money you save to benefit others. The following chapters will show you how to implement the resources and tools we discuss. You will then determine what fits you in your season of life. So let's get started.